fan of the Hodaki Big Show podcast? Make sure you check out more from Jace, Mike and Keezy on their Instagram at Hodaki Big Show, or tune in to them 4 to 7 every weekday on Radio Hodaki. Thanks, mate.
Yeah, mate. Well, here we are, fellas, broadcasting live from the... What do you call this thing again?
Eden
a caravan.
Park.
Eden Park, but we're in the ACC caravan. Boy, it brings back some memories, both visually and sensually.
We've only been in here for like 30 seconds, and it is so hot. Is this what it was always like?
It was steamy. I see Minogi's got his window open. I can't actually open my window.
Yeah, that's Joe's throwing a clue out for the people around us to get that window open now, or there is going to be hell to pay. I've actually only been in the caravan once before, and that was right at the start of the show.
Oh, that's
right. I
right.
remember where I went out to have my sperm count evaluated, and I had to make a manual withdrawal within the four walls of this what can only be described as a beautiful caravan. Probably a 70s, wouldn't you say, Jace? Probably
I think about 70s. Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, the thing about a caravan is it used to be the height of
The
bourgeois.
Yeah, the bourgeoisie.
Oh, you can afford a caravan, can you? But now it's sort of the the thing that you do if you're a bit of a psychopath. I mean, why would you go in a caravan, especially with your family?
Yeah.
That would be my huge question. I lived in a caravan for about a year.
Really? Whereabouts? Live in?
In Havelock North,
Right.
on my mother's property. And I say property, she had a small house with a driveway. I was on the driveway. Actually, I live in two caravans. I lived in one in Sydney as well. Hotter than a sauna in summer and more freezing than a freezer in winter.
Yeah.
It was the best of both worlds. And I'll tell you what, nothing a lady likes more than when you bring her home to a caravan parked in your mum's driveway.
Yeah, man. Sexy. Massively
At
sexy.
least you can move a caravan to wherever the weather's nice.
I thought you meant during the art of lovemaking, and you're right there, Keezy.
Well, you certainly can with the art of lovemaking.
And it is an art when we're involved, Keezy.
Right, okay.
Massively so. In fact, it's such an art that the caravan doesn't move for me, Mogi.
Oh, right.
I'm such a smooth sort of mover.
Yeah.
There's no sort of rapid-fire nonsense or anything like that. It's a Barry White type scenario
Right.
with gentle, sensual lovemaking.
More of an ebbing tide
Yes.
than a pounding wave.
Yeah,
I'm more of a deduja. Always have been.
Oh, right, okay. I don't even want to think about what Keezy is.
No, I'm more of a tent man.
Oh, yeah.
I've never stayed in a caravan in my life. I mean, I've been in a motorhome once or twice, and I've had the pleasure of trying to go to sleep while the person I'm sharing the motorhome with was taking a massive steamer in the toilet about a foot away from me, the thinnest piece of plywood between us. So that's the thing I don't really get about...
While you were sort of making a manual extraction.
I think I was reading the third Harry Potter book in a sleeping bag, just
Okay.
trying to block it all out.
Making a manual withdrawal.
Making a manual withdrawal. Getting the old Patronus going there. Of course, you guys will get that joke.
Yeah, I tell you what, Keezy, there's nothing like steamy tent sex.
Right.
I tell you what's even better than steamy tent sex is a red wine hangover steamy tent scenario.
Oh, when the sun's woken you up at about 6 a.m.
Yeah, and you've got a horrendous sweat on.
And then you can't
feel
escape.
like you feel like you're dying, literally.
You're on your fifth cigarette
Yeah.
in the tent.
There's a pool of vomit right next to you.
You're blaming it on her.
Yeah. Well, actually, on this particular occasion, it was my own doing, and it was just me in the tent. But, yeah, good times. And I reflect upon, because I've spent a lot of time in this particular caravan, just the very many secretions that there are there. You know, and I think about the filth that went on in this caravan, and it makes me shiver a little bit. And as you guys know, I'm going away in a few days' time, and the idea of catching some heinous sexually related disease is high in my mind at the
Surely,
moment.
Yeah.
I mean, that wouldn't stop you from going overseas, though, would it?
Oh,
Well,
I mean, no.
yeah.
No, I mean, I've had crabs overseas before, but
Yeah, they're good eating.
and they don't stop you at customs and say, do you have any sexually transmitted diseases? At least I don't think they do.
Right.
No.
You are meant to fill them out on that wee form they give you there, that
Oh, is it?
declaration. Yeah,
Right, okay.
Absolutely. So just front foot that, I think.
Tell
Had-
them you've got half a mongrel too.
Yeah. I always have half a mongrel when I go through customs. There's something about the excitement of it all.
Getting busted.
Yeah.
As we're sitting sideline, waiting for this wee cricket game to happen. I love it when you just get a ball out and you get a
your
whole lot of
balls out.
dudes.
Yeah.
You throw a ball in the middle and all of a sudden everyone's like, I got to show you what I can do with this ball.
Well, let's paint a little picture there. We turn up, we're playing a charity match here at Eden Park. It's the ACC 11 versus the Movember 11. There's a bit of a celebrity match to some degree, plus Keezy. And just looking out our window now, and I can see it's Stephen Devine, is that right?
Yep, he's in the far.
That's him.
He's a nuggety little bastard, isn't he?
Well, he's a
He
halfback.
is. Eric Murray.
Yep.
Yeah.
The almighty rower.
I reckon I
he's
could take
been in a
him.
bit of a paddock. He is a unit. Art Green's over there.
Is he?
And I got Lane blocking my view.
Lane standing in the way with it.
Lane,
Marshall.
well, they're telling me I have to get padded up and ready to bat, and I'm like,
Well, you've
geez,
got-
I tell you what, boys, I'm not keen on this.
Well, that's the thing about it. You love cricket, don't you? But there's a genuine fear about playing. I'm nervous. I'm nervous because I haven't played in such a long time.
Yeah, but I've literally held a bat for about 10 minutes in the last 4 years.
Yeah, but that's a testament to your complete lack
But you've
of
been
skills.
you've been involved in a lot of games as well, though.
Yeah,
So.
but, it's just going to be a debacle again. Made worse by the fact that I'm opening with the great Kieran Reid.
Yeah.
I
Are
might
you
look
on
to
strike?
I might look to run him out.
The Hodaki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keezy. The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
If I could give you any advice, Jace, if you're trying to prolong, well, that's the trouble, isn't it? I was just going to say turn over the strike, but then the problem is, of course, the running.
Yeah. I'm not
So
running.
There's no
Let's
such
make
thing as a
that
quick
clear.
single.
There's no way I'm running.
Do you have a game plan in your head right now?
No. Survival.
Right.
As I say, I just don't want to get one on the scone, that's all.
Yeah.
That's
Also-
the only thing that's worrying me.
For anyone listening at home right now, we're about to embark, and there's 12 of the ACC 11, ironically wearing their full uniform. And Jace has decided he doesn't like the red pants.
They're too baggy.
Oh,
He
well,
wants to wear his sweatpants.
It doesn't help with the fact that they're about 8 foot too long. and this is what tripped me up last time. I think I fell over my pants. That's why I got run out. It's just fucking ridiculous. I mean, don't they have small anymore?
I'm sure they do, but
I want some tidy whities like they're wearing.
No, they got good ones. I'll
Yeah,
give you
they're
that.
good cricket pants.
They do. They're sort of baggy up the top, and then they taper down into a sort of a tighter number. They're like a baseball pant.
Yeah.
I think that's the issue with the ACC 11 is that Lane's gone for a one-size-fits-all situation. And
Absolutely, and I can guarantee
Yeah.
you this was the best price you could find.
Oh, absolutely. But unfortunately, we're all different shapes and sizes.
And it's heinous material, too, that doesn't breathe, you'll find. So
Well, you won't be doing too much running out there anyway.
you
Hoyt,
break
so
out in a sweat.
Nothing to worry
just
about.
standing in it.
And of course, it would have been a lot hotter, Jace, during your time in the caravan, because it would have been the height of summer as opposed to the dying days of sort of the autumny days, isn't it?
Well, this is the nicest it's been.
And often what you'd have, Mogi, is you'd have genuinely 5 or 6 boys in the caravan on
Not
a
small,
steaming
not small
You would.
men.
on a steaming hot day, generally hungover.
Right.
And or pissed, or a combination
Yeah,
of the two.
or about to be pissed.
Yeah.
And this is the thing: there was about 5 million beers and no water.
Yeah, that's right. So it was yourself, would it be Lee Hart, Jeremy Wells, Mike Lane, Matt Heath, and probably Lee Baker.
Lee Baker, yes.
Yeah.
Paul Ford.
Paul
Good
Ford,
combo, and a bit of Paul Ford in there as well.
very much
Paul
so.
Ford, a very straight alternative
Yes, he
to
is.
the rest of the animals. So you would have had an ally there with
No,
Paul
not
Ford.
really.
You see where the
He was an
Hodaki,
animal as well.
you see where the Hodaki ute is parked over there in the corner. Just above that is where I called security on that old man at
Oh,
Billy
yeah,
Joel.
right.
Yeah. So we were
Brings
over
back
there.
the memories, eh?
Seriously,
Billy was over here,
seriously,
and I knocked him out.
there's some big units here in the opposition, and I'm telling you right now. Do you guys remember you used to turn up for a rugby match and you check out the opposition and it'd always be like, fuck, they're huge.
Well, even the cameraman's a big unit. He looks like he could run out for the
Yeah,
wires at any
yeah.
moment.
He's huge. I mean, they're just doing warm-up sort of bowls to each other, and I'm saying 140k.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you reckon Eric Murray would go? Because he's the biggest of the lot.
Well, he's huge, but I seriously reckon I could take him.
I don't think he's not a natural cricketer. We had a
No.
little bit of a chat with him earlier on, but I don't think what he lacks in skill, I think he'd make up for a genuine menace.
Yeah.
And just presence.
He's the sort of unit that would come pounding in and bowl a beamer at 140.
Exactly right.
I also feel like he's going to do his best work after the game.
Actually, I'd like to make a prediction today, Jace.
Yes.
I think one of these huge bastards here that can really fire it down. I mean, I've seen them. And, of course, they're going to be fizzing for the game. They've already had a warm-up game. I don't think you know that.
Oh, right.
They've had a warm-up game, so they'll be good to go. I think you're going to end up falling on your stumps. It's going to be a new humiliation.
Okay. Shall I try that one? I should try and tread on my stumps.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Well, look, good luck, Jace.
Thanks, mate.
Obviously, you're opening the batting with Kieran Reid, so you'll be here for the first break of the show, but I guess it's up to you how long you're away from the show for, although Minogue, I don't think we have to worry too much.
Oh, look, I should be back pretty soon, fellas.
Well, then I've got to go out and swing it, don't I, at some point?
What
Yeah.
point? Do you know where you are in the order?
Oh, no idea.
Yeah.
So,
I
but
think we can tweak the order somewhat.
Well, I
but again,
tried-
I don't think I'll be gone for long.
I tried to tweak the order, but they weren't having a bar of it.
it's because I was in the background going, no, leave the order.
And
It's
also, I think if I get in there, I think the problem's going to be that I'm completely incapable of hitting a boundary. I just don't have the technical skills.
The only way I'll get a boundary today is if I get an edge.
or if it bounces off your head.
off your helmet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
But look, they're getting impatient for me, fellas, so I better go and kid up.
yeah, let's do the Keezy word of the day, and you can get stuck in.
Your Hodaki Big Show Keezy word of the day is
Hoity 100.
Beamer.
Fear.
All right, boys.
Good luck, mate. Don't
Thanks,
forget,
mate.
send all the Keezy words into the Hodaki Big Show on Instagram and your cell phone number as well. We could be sending you a prize. Also, for last week, we're going to call you tomorrow on the show because we're in Park right now. Don't forget to follow us.
Which one of those is the word? Go Beamer.
Beamer. Beamer's the word, yep. Hodaki Big Show. Message it in. We'll see you later. Thanks, mate.